Hey, this is Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And you're listening to the It's Funny, That Makes It Okay podcast. And we hope you enjoy the show. Here we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of the It's Funny podcast. It is February 28th.
And it is exciting.
It is exciting. March is right around the corner, literally tomorrow.
And we have snow predicted this week.
Yeah. Well, the week as of when we're recording.
Yeah, as of when we're recording, yeah.
So in the past.
Yes. It may have already snowed and we're back to 50 degrees again.
It may have. But, hey, we thank everybody for tuning in.
We're in Illinois, so it certainly has.
It is. For tuning in and listening. Real quick, we'll give you a rundown. We've got some restaurant talk. First, we got a few little odds and ends we're going to clean up. Then we got some restaurant talk, some Disney talk, some craziness coming out of California. And then I know it's been a week or give or take, but a little bit of an Olympic story. We gotta clean that up.
Yes.
So. All right.
Well, I don't want to clean it up.
I don't think anybody wants to clean it up.
Nobody wants to clean it up.
No. So I think we all three got something, but I'm going to let Mike kick it off here, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Well, I've got a couple things here, kind of a hodgepodge. First thing, do you guys recall the plumber? Somebody was looking for a plumber on Facebook.
Joe the plumber?
Well, I don't know if his name was Joe, but he had to be a Republican, if you guys recall.
Oh, yeah, that's
yes,
right.
I remember that, yeah.
The Wayback Machine. Yeah, we have to get back in there.
Had to be a Republican plumber. So we've got somebody along the same lines. Saw this on Facebook. Somebody, Jim here, he's looking for someone who is a wonderful handyman, okay? So that's his first requirement.
Wonderful.
You have to be a wonderful handyman, okay? So that probably knocks off a lot of people right there.
Well, yeah, you can't be great. You can't be.
No.
You got to be wonderful.
Especially not average. You got to be wonderful. The next requirement is that you might possibly have to have a truck. So it's not a firm requirement, but if you might possibly have a truck, that might get you some bonus points in Jim's book. And finally, Jim wants some eye candy for his handyman. Because you have to be strong in stature.
For his handyman or from his handyman?
Either or.
Oh, I didn't know if he was getting eye candy for his handyman to enjoy.
Oh.
Or he wants the eye candy to be the handyman.
I think he wants the eye candy to be the handyman. Because you got to be strong in stature to be Jim's handyman.
Oh, all right.
So you got to be wonderful. Might possibly have a truck. But you got to be strong.
No, way back in the day, there was a wrestler called Mr. Wonderful.
Yes, there
Paul
was.
Orndorff.
Yes,
and he was very strong in stature.
Yes, he could be a handyman.
He could. This guy might be all over him. I mean, he's a handsome, well-built dude. So, yeah.
I'm wondering what kind of work he's wanting done.
You may or may not need a truck. So,
doesn't
does that truck come with a bed? What are you getting at here, Jim? Oh, where you going, Jimbo?
Doesn't James Taylor have a song about a handyman?
I don't know. Oh,
you don't know that? Oh.
I don't listen to much James Taylor.
Hey, girls, gather around. I want to be your handyman.
No.
Might go along with it.
Maybe.
There you go.
Well, at least I've got a recommendation for Jim. I can pass him along. So, all right. The next thing was another Facebook oddity. A Costco ad popped up for me on Facebook. Nothing out of the ordinary, but it sparked my intrigue, so I clicked on it like a fool. And then it takes me to Costco's Facebook page. So then I scroll down a little bit, and on pages on Facebook where they sell products like a Costco or a Target or whatever, there's a section on there for a shop where it'll show you certain products that you can pick from. And it's kind of like an ad almost. So for Costco, it shows a couple pairs of sneakers and it gives a price. There's a little picture of a grooming kit. So nothing out of the ordinary. Well, amongst those items, there's a casket amongst the sneakers and grooming kit.
You want to look good.
Yeah. You might want to trim up the body, clean it up.
While you're doing that, you may want to think about your death.
I didn't know you could buy caskets from Costco.
I did know that, actually. And Sam's Club. Yeah, you can get do it yourself.
Do you have to buy them in bulk, though?
I don't know.
For your whole family.
IKEA, you have to make it. You just get a bunch of wood.
those little wooden dowel things.
Yeah.
You got to stick them in there. And
glue. A goes to B. Now, is this B or D? I can't. Oh, I can't read this. I always have it backwards. I got to take it off, flip it around.
You got to read it in Swedish. The Schlaffenschlag. Something like that. Like, all right.
And there'll be one part
18 inches wide. I'm missing stuff. I don't know.
There'll be one part missing when you're done.
And they always give you a little extra, though. I get extra parts sometimes with
something,
IKEA. A little
but you're
bag.
shorted something.
Well, yeah. But like it'll be a few extra of those doll pins or screws or whatever. But
yeah, they want to make sure, you can do it.
Nice.
So I didn't know that.
You got to buy 6 coffins, but you get a great deal. Get it the whole family. Hey, kids, we're getting coffins for everybody for Christmas.
I was shocked to see you could buy a coffin from Costco.
I was surprised they don't set one up in the store. You can go lay in and, test it out.
Yeah, I like this one.
They've got it on the end of an aisle.
See, this one's got a bar right in my back. I can't do this.
This one's got a USB adapter. It's got.
Oh,
I don't want. Hopefully, I'm not looking for that in there.
So anyway, keep an eye out for Costco if you're in the market for a casket.
I guess.
So, all right. Then I had a couple of random headlines that just kind of stood out to me. The stories themselves or whatever. To me, it's more the headline. So this one I happened to see. This one is 5 national parks to visit before you and or they die. I didn't know national parks could die. Maybe you'll see the Grand Canyon shopping at a Costco for its casket.
Yeah, I guess.
I didn't know they could die. That's also news to me.
No.
Now maybe you go to get your casket and then head out on vacation. Or get back from vacation.
Pull it behind your car.
I've seen the 5 national parks. I can go ahead and die now. Get my casket. They sell headstones and stuff too, or what?
You could just get buried at the park while you're there.
You could.
I'm just imagining you got a trip all planned out. You get out there. Oh, sorry, you didn't hear? Yellowstone, he passed last night.
Oh, he was, yeah. He was doing better.
Really thought he was going to pull through. So anyway, apparently, your national parks can die. So you got to make sure you see them before you or they die. The next one was from Fox.
For what?
It was from Fox. The story's from Fox. The headline, and I quote, 300 cars converge in an organized attempt to take over Virginia City, police say.
Wow.
So it's just the cars.
Just the cars.
Those cars are
autonomous cars. It's robots.
It's about,
They're self-aware.
They're taking over the government now.
Yeah.
We've talked about this I don't know how many times. They've learned how to snipe and run obstacle courses. Now they're organizing to take over the government.
Streets.
I wonder what their platform is on taxes and stuff. I might be for this.
I'm sure they got to be against the gas price hikes that we've been seeing.
I think so, unless they're electric.
They could be electric, and then they may be protesting against the gas cars.
Could be. Segregating them.
Yeah.
I was saying an unrelated story. The next headline was 300 Tesla owners wake up the next morning to see their cars are missing from their garage.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was funny. Yeah, the cars themselves are taking over the Virginia city. So you know it's bad when the cars are taking over a city.
Yeah.
Anyway, just some unfortunate wording, I suppose, in the headline. So naturally, I had to click on it.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
What were their demands? Did they sell?
They were too busy doing donuts.
Oh, I know what we need. We need a car bill of rights.
We might have to put one together.
Yeah, that might relate to something else a little later.
It might.
Well, that's what I got. So,
all right,
sounds good.
Finish that up.
You want to do yours or?
I'll do mine at the end.
Okay, I'll jump in because mine are stupid and they're quick.
Mine should be the end of it.
Yeah, and by the way, we are recording tonight from a secret bunker that no one knows about because Mike scanned that barcode at the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes.
So, during the commercials, there was this barcode floating around, and
he was the only one. The rest of us just like, what is that? Something's wrong with your TV.
Yeah, so we got to
hit it.
I saw a couple of black.
No, you're supposed to scan it with your phone.
Don't worry, the car will come take care of it. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, I saw a couple of black SUVs driving by, so we moved the location now.
I thought a couple of the drunk monkeys that you own were doing something with the remotes.
That could be too.
Well, the cars, they have to fight back, and the other electronics have to fight back into the
I did feel a little weird. We were watching the TV in your bedroom so you could be in the shower drinking while you were watching the Super Bowl. That
was kind of weird.
A little odd. I mean, thank goodness the bar is like, mid height there. I was thankful for that.
Well, I designed it with you guys in mind. So, with the courtesy, you didn't have to, see that. So.
You spent a little too much time with the loofah. I didn't want to, are you done? I mean, you've been scrubbing with that loofah for a little while now, Mike. All right, moving on. I don't know how I devolved into that.
Hey, that was you guys.
So anyways, a couple little things here. I had a follow-up doctor's appointment this week. My previous doctor retired, and I had a new doctor, and so I met him this time, and blah, blah, blah. So we did the whole...
You didn't meet the last doctor? Or?
Oh, I met him a couple times.
Oh, he said you met him this time. The last doctor I never met.
The new guy. Yeah, the new guy, I met him, and so we did our normal thing, and then I had a couple of refills, prescriptions I needed to get taken care of. So after I went to the doctor and I went to Walmart to pick up my prescriptions, I realized... another thing that will let you know you are officially old. When you come out of Walmart and your prescription bag is bigger than your grocery shopping bag.
I have been there.
You have reached old age at that point.
Yeah.
But then I was wondering if you did things that cut back on the number of prescriptions you needed. So, say you started eating better and you were,
Oh, so fantasy stuff.
Yeah. Living the good life.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
And they're never going to happen. I mean, who could ever do that?
But if
eat right.
If you ever got rid of a couple of prescriptions, does that set you back as not old then? Can you go the other way?
I don't think you can. I don't think.
Or once you cross that line,
I think you're just old.
You're old. Okay. Well, I think I've reached that. So.
I'm there with you.
So, yeah, that was just a thought I had. It's like, cause I used to kind of joke about my mom and stepdad pulling into Walgreens and going in there with this big bag of prescriptions. I'm like, I am not going to do that.
I hopefully will never get that bag because they had an obscene amount of pills.
They did.
I mean, it's unbelievable the amount. I mean, it's well into the double digits on both of them.
I still think today, they both have passed since, and I today think a lot of the prescriptions they had were to fight the side effects from the other prescriptions that they had. I mean, it was like
after they passed, I somehow ended up with all of their medicine in a gigantic bag at my house. I had to take it to the police department and find
and they thought you were a drug dealer.
You had the little thing that you can drop in the drugs you don't use. It's like a mailbox. I about filled it up. I'm over there. Chugum. The lady looks like, I know. It's not, they're not mine.
Don't do that while I'm drinking.
I'm just filling this mailbox up. I'm like, what is going on?
Because I pictured like a dumpster.
There is. I'm pulling in with a fork. Beep, beep, beep. I got another pallet I got to bring in after this one. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. So that's what you got to look forward to, everybody. So the other thing real quick is I griped before about female drivers because I said,
I personally have no problem with female drivers.
Oh, I know you do. The thing I noticed a while back, and I talked about it on this podcast, is a lot of times when I'm, cruising.
Listen up, ladies. Here we go.
Get ready to judge.
Well, I figured you're going to give them some tips on how to be better.
I do. There will be.
Here we go. Perfect.
As you're driving down the interstate, many times cars that whip by me are these young gals, and they've got their cell phone there in front of them, and it may be on a holder or stand, but they're looking at it. They've got the rear view mirror facing them. They're doing their makeup. The visors flip down. I don't know how they're looking out the front window, but they're doing 90, and they just zip by you. Because you always get the, you used to always think, the guys are probably the nutty drivers. But over the years, I feel like I see more girls driving at a high rate of speed than I do guys. I don't know. Have you ever noticed that? We've talked about this before, but
I think guys drive reckless with purpose. Like they're driving purposely on reckless. Because they're an idiot. I feel like maybe the girls or the ladies are doing it they're not aware that they're driving reckless. I feel like the guys, maybe they've got road rage, anger, or they're mad, or they're just wanting to put their foot into it and see what it'll do, and they're whipping in and out of traffic. Or I feel like the ladies maybe they're not paying attention. Or maybe they are. Maybe they're driving with reckless abandon. I don't know.
Well, I found it's the opposite on snow. They are the slowest drivers on the planet. I got behind, at least 3 different times I got behind gals. They should not have been, they were going so slow. I know there was snow on the ground. Yes, be careful. I get it. But 20 miles an hour on a 50-mile-an-hour road, that's dangerous.
That's just as dangerous.
Because then they're tapping their brakes and they come up to a traffic light and they start stopping 1.5 miles from the traffic light. And it's like, well, you just drive normal a little bit. Now you don't have to go 50, but.
Well, I was behind somebody, after this most recent snow where it had cleared a little bit. So there was definitely, your tires were making contact with the ground or the asphalt of the road.
Right.
But there would be snow patches in there. It was a 55. I don't know who was driving. But if we're following your theory, it was most likely a woman. So they would speed up to 55, 60. And as soon as they would hit the snow patch, I mean, they would slam the brakes. I'm like, what?
Which is what you want to do.
Yeah, you want to spin the car around.
On snow and ice.
Yeah. Well.
So
anyway.
yeah, I could tell, like this one in particular drove all the way from here to East Peoria like that. I mean, so we're talking what? How far is that? 10, 12 miles?
Yeah, something like that.
Drove all the way there that way, and I could tell the entire time she was terrified to be driving, just because you could just tell. Tapping the brakes, going on, never above 25 miles an hour. That's the fastest she went. And just tap, 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 go a little bit, you could tell she.
Could she have been a young driver? Maybe this is her first experience in snow, or you think?
I couldn't quite make out her age. I could tell it was a she, but I couldn't make out her age. I feel like I do recall seeing a light from a cell, because it's still kind of dark in the morning. I could make out the light from a cell phone. So that was illuminating the inside of the car. But yeah, just so my piece of advice you were asking about is stay home.
Oh, there we go.
If the snow is bad and you're afraid to drive, sorry.
And honestly, ladies, what are you doing outside of the house anyway?
Right. I mean, you probably don't have your chores done.
Especially that early in the morning. There ain't no way they've got their dishes and the vacuuming and the lunches packed for their husbands' boyfriends.
Yeah.
I mean, that's impossible.
Wait, the husbands have boyfriends?
The husbands or boyfriends. Oh. That was real quick.
I heard.
Well, maybe the guy that wants the handyman.
Oh, strong in stature.
So the moral from that story is what I get is that a woman can do nothing to make Greg happy. It doesn't matter. They can drive fast. Nope. They can drive slow. Still isn't going to make him happy. These guys, unless you're staying home, Greg's got a problem with you.
Or if you're behind me, you're fine.
Well, if a woman is out, she had better be behind you. You will allow them to walk behind you, never in front or up with me.
So I guess that's my gripe tonight.
If this doesn't get us canceled, then nothing will.
I know. I say it in jest, but this gal definitely should not have been on the road.
All right. Well, was that it?
Yep.
Or did you want to keep disparaging women some more, or are you done now?
No, I could go to other drivers though, but no.
You were talking about how do you know if you're old? And go and you get your prescription. I would say another thing that you'll know that you're old, or another thing that you can realize if you're old, is when you start seeing the targeted ads come to you, and you start noticing
Target ads.
Targeted.
Oh, not Target.
Targeted ads.
The caskets from Costco.
The caskets from.
Yeah, why are you getting those?
The caskets from Costco. That would be a good one. I haven't got that one yet.
Hopefully that doesn't mean Costco knows something. Here, you might be needing this.
I don't want this ad.
Yeah, I've seen what you've been buying here lately, so you may want to get.
And when you look up, when you open the ad for the coffin, does it have other people bought these things and have related items?
Might.
The headstone, like you mentioned.
I didn't see.
But anyway,
a map to the parks.
So one of the targeted ads I came across just this last week, I'm scrolling through Facebook, trying to look for things for the podcast, whatever.
Were you driving through the snow when you were doing it?
At about 20 miles an hour. Some idiot in a Jeep kept honking, blasting his lights at me.
Come on, lady. Oh, that's Doug.
No. So I come across this ad. It says, get to the bottom of your relationship by sending your partner one of our butt care themed e-cards. It's for Preparation H. I was like, what? Feeling bold? Then share it on your social feed. Either way, you and your butt could win one of a bunch of great prizes, including an all-inclusive couples getaway.
What?
And then, yeah. And so then it has the card that says,
Has your butt been out signing up for things?
not that I know of.
It's like butt dialing, but it's
Butt registering.
Butt enrolling.
yeah.
Show your partner how much you care. That was one of them. And it's got like a guy giving him flowers. He's like, oh. And it says, send them a card about your derriere. That was the second part.
I think I found my next gift.
It says, and sadly, this isn't even in like the top 5 worst gifts you would give. She would probably be through. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice gift. It says real relationships are open about everything, including butt care. So I'm like, what? Why would you do this? What is the point of this? And you can win an all-inclusive getaway. I guess it would depend on what my partner's card says, whether I want to go on this getaway or not. What's going on with, are we cleared up or, hey, just letting you know, my hemorrhoids finally are gone.
Yeah.
They hardly itch at all. Like, what? Want to go to Jamaica? Not really. Kind of out of the mood for that. I don't know. Heat and sand might not go good with your hemorrhoids. I don't. It was just odd. Like, why am I getting this?
Yeah, I've not seen that.
I've never bought
seen
Preparation H. I've never had to use it.
Well, maybe you're preparing to.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am. So, all right. Well, that was it for that. So, all finished. All right. Well,
I wonder why Preparation H never got into other body parts. Why Preparation A for arm or Preparation M for mouth? Preparation M.
I don't know. What is it preparing your mouth for?
Well, what's it preparing your H for? I don't know.
All-inclusive vacation, I guess. Not sure where you're going that you need to prepare it for that, but I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right. All right, well, we'll move on. We're going to talk about restaurants. I saw this. Someone had posted this question. I thought it was kind of interesting. It said, if you had to pick one restaurant that you would have to have every meal at for the rest of your life, what would it be? So one restaurant, starting like right now, every meal, anytime you ate, you would have to eat at this one restaurant.
Okay.
So we'll let Mike go first.
Let Mike go and then you go because
I'll go last.
Oh, you can go last?
I don't care.
Well, what if we pick yours?
Yeah.
All right. I'll go second. I don't care.
This is tough.
I mean, I could go first, but I thought if it's my question, I mean, I know where I'm going already, so I'm not going to change my mind. If you pick it, you pick it. This may be a very boring segment. We may all have the same restaurant.
I know.
I
It'd
have
be
no
interesting.
idea.
I've got my thought process of why I picked mine.
I got mine.
Yeah, this is a tough question because I would initially try to find somewhere where there's a lot of variety on the menu. Because if you're going to be eating there, you're going to get tired of the same things over and over again. If you want every single meal, you're probably going to want something from the breakfast menu. Hopefully, because you're not going to be eating like pizza for breakfast, every day.
Oh, there's breakfast pizza.
Well, there is.
There's some good ones.
There are some good.
So
breakfast
pizza can be
pizzas.
pretty versatile, I suppose. I really don't have a good answer here.
You want us to come back to you? We can come back.
Yeah, come back.
All right. Did you want to go or you want me to go? I don't care.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I said Cracker Barrel. And the reason I said Cracker Barrel is, for one, that's where I go for my special dates with my wife when we have a big anniversary.
Go to the general store and
get some old-fashioned candies.
Yeah.
They got a little ambiance there because a lot of times they have the fireplace going. No, you get a variety. You get your breakfast foods. They have a lot of different breakfasts. You have pancakes. You have French toast.
Although the pancakes aren't as good as Mike's, but
Yeah.
I've never had Mike, so I don't know. He keeps saying, "Oh, I'm going to make pancakes." Well, I have no idea. So for now, I'm going to give Cracker Barrel the nudge, only because I haven't had Mike's yet.
We had him in Wisconsin, and he was complaining that he was working a little bit under what's the word I'm looking
Duress?
for? Yeah, kind of.
It was not ideal working environment.
Yeah, he didn't have the right pants.
I didn't have the right equipment.
Forgot his chef hat. I mean,
sounds like a
Well, you
coach
gotta
who's
have the
coming
chef
in
hat.
with a losing record and they start complaining. It's like, oh wait, it's all this other stuff. So, but anyway, so back to Cracker Barrel. But they have a lot. They have a wide variety. I mean, they have sandwiches. They have chicken. They have steak. If you wanted to get a steak, I'm not sure if it's like, high end quality steak, but they have it. They've got roast. They've got all kinds of different things. So they got a large variety of food. So that is why I went with the Cracker Barrel.
well, I ditto that. But that was after much deliberation and thinking, that's what popped in my head. Is they had the breakfast, they had the dinner, they got a lunch menu, they have chicken tenders, they have honey mustard, they have biscuits, they have French toast, you name it, they've got it. And typically, I'm pretty happy when I go there. Now, occasionally, something may not be.
Back in the day, I might have went with Bob Evans, but I feel like Bob Evans, because like this has been 20, 25 years ago, we would go to Bob Evans sometimes, and I thought Bob Evans was a good restaurant. It seems like that they have changed a lot of their menu, and they're just not as good as they used to be.
I don't think they are as stable as Cracker Barrel. I
will give you that.
I've been to Bob Evans in the last couple of years, and they're okay. But overall, I'd say I'm much happier.
I thought for sure you'd go McDonald's, because you can't get a breakfast burrito.
I had that written down, and then I crossed it off.
You can't get a breakfast burrito.
So I'm guessing I'm going to say bye to Dan, too, because I don't know if he'll come to Cracker Barrel. But
McDonald's people may come vandalize your house or something.
They are getting more and more efficient.
Only for you.
Yesterday, I'm sorry. You brought it up. No, I want to complain, but I can't. They were wiping things down, and I don't know what's going on at the Morton McDonald's, but they're like the same Asian gal was waiting on us. I don't know if she's cracking them into shape or what's going on.
If she is, she needs to move around to other McDonald's.
I mean, this gal was out washing down the sides of the trash cans. Not her, but a different gal. The inside of the restaurant's clean. I'm like, it's just blowing my mind. I can't, my burrito was hot and fresh. I'm like, wow.
Quick question for you. What McDonald's was it that they had that we talked about it, I don't know, maybe a month ago, where they had the sign 24/7? We didn't know. It didn't really say.
It didn't say we were going to be open.
No,
that was
it
East
just said
Peoria.
24. Was it the one down there in the Levy District?
Yeah.
Because 2 weeks ago I stopped there and I went up to the door, and there was a gal going in. I didn't know that she worked there, and she goes, "No, the lobby's closed. You can't come in." I think, well, so much for the 24/7.
Yeah.
That's out the window. That lasted about a week and a half.
And they're very angry about it when they
are. So I just left.
We called that though.
Yeah.
So sorry, I digress.
So yeah, but Cracker Barrel is just a good,
solid all around.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's not an A, but it's not an F. It's a nice solid C. Something that's consistent. I like the food. It's got a good variety.
Yeah, and if you're it's about as close as you're gonna get to a home cooked meal as you're gonna find out there.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Mike.
Yeah, I just not that I don't like Cracker Barrel. I'm just not that big of a fan of Cracker Barrel or Bob Evans, really, for that matter.
That's fine.
But I don't think I can. I don't think I would find a restaurant in this scenario that I would ever be happy with, though. And that's a personal thing. So I'm going to actually go with Panera bread. So I can get a little breakfast pastry or something in the morning. That'll hold me over.
Yeah.
And then I can mix it up with a sandwich or some soup and get a salad or whatever for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm okay with Panera.
They've got some sweets in there, too. I mean, it's not as wide of a menu that you could get at a place like Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
So my options and combinations would run out quicker.
Yeah. But I think something like a Panera, I would miss the substantial meal. When you want something substantial.
Soup?
Yeah.
Are you going to put crackers in it? Because then,
I do put crackers in.
Then it's substantial.
But it's not like I don't know, chicken tenders or ribs or meatloaf or anything like that.
Well, no, but I mean, you can get a soup and a sandwich.
Well,
in
Mike
one
is
meal.
kind of wafy. He's thin and wafy.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
need that.
Yeah.
That hearty,
I'm a twig.
down home cooking like you and I do.
Yeah.
Well, not to mention at Cracker Barrel, I can probably get the senior discount pretty soon here.
Oh, you probably get it now. Now, there is one question. Panera doesn't serve alcohol, so I know you're a big drinker. So what?
Well, I'm hammered right now.
I guess exclusively in the shower at this point then? Because you're
Well, I try to keep it there.
Okay.
You know, that's my ideal drinking
I don't
environment.
know if you're sneaking some into the Panera. Because Cracker Barrel now does offer drinks.
They do?
Yes. Yeah.
Didn't know that.
No. Oh, Mike just left. He just he changed his. Oh, Cracker Barrel. He's in for Cracker Barrel now.
I think another sign of getting older is when both answers are Cracker Barrel outside of the Panera Bread.
Very true.
I will give that to you as well.
But like I said, I cannot think of a restaurant that would be a good answer for me in this scenario.
No.
I can't think of one.
Yeah, and again, the big reason for me with Cracker Barrel is variety.
Yep.
Because they have a lot of different things that I could go with. So, like, I'll hit something with some variety. So, all right. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know how that would go, but there we go.
Horrible.
It went horrible. Okay. Well, let's move on. I found this article out of the Sun about a restaurant in Australia, and they have put a ban on some certain things for their customers that they don't want in the restaurant. It says the restaurant bans customers with tattoos, heavy, and that's in quotes, jewelry, and designer clothes to stop them intimidating others. Which, that right there was a little odd to me. It says a controversial dress code was introduced in a bid to stop customers from intimidating others. A note in the front of the popular Bedouin restaurant in Double Bay, Sydney, informs its guests of the new rules. According to the new house policy, customers cannot have visible tattoos, wear heavy jewelry, or designer labeled apparel. So the thing that I thought was odd is the intimidation factor. Because it seems like you got a wide variety of ways to be intimidated here. Because I'm picturing people with lots of tats. You know, are they rough? They like intimidate, starting fights. But then you got the designer clothes. Are they just like, hey, Buffy, look at this peasant that came in to eat with us. The commoner coming in. It's like, they putting people down, looking down at them or what? And I don't know what the heavy jewelry is. That the actual weight or lots of jewelry? Can I have
They'll have a scale there. You throw your jewelry on it.
If it weighs more than this rock, you can't have it. Sorry. You're going to have to take that off and put it out there. So I was like, really? That just seems kind of odd to me. The heavy jewelry. Like Mr. T, I think he'd be out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think he's got tattoos, doesn't he?
I don't think Mr. T has tattoos.
Or is he just jewelry?
He's jewelry.
Ah.
And the crazy
And
mohawk.
yeah.
Yeah. He's intimidating.
He would pity. Oh, he is intimidating. He would pity the fool.
He would pity the fool, though. And the fool does not like to be pitied.
No, it does not.
Well, I certainly don't.
So they've gotten mixed reviews. It says here. It says, I'm personally not a fan of tattoos, but I defend people's rights to express themselves in that way. Different people have said some are for it. Some are completely against it. It also said, too, last year an iconic London restaurant banned single-sex groups of more than 6, as well as rack suits and trainers. I don't know what those are, but I don't know why the single-sex groups of more than 6. We have a party of 7, all dudes. Yeah,
Sorry.
I can give you a 4 and a 3, a 2 and a 5. I can't give you the whole 7.
Yeah, no.
So, I don't know why they were banning single-sex groups of more than 6 at that restaurant. But anyway.
I like it's visible tattoos. So, and you could have a flower on your wrist or whatever, your girl, or whatever. And, sorry, you can't come in here.
I have a tattoo with invisible ink, so.
Yeah, well, the invisible tattoos are fine.
I've got an invisible face tattoo that is incredible.
I wear plastic jewelry. It's very light.
There, a ton of it. It is kind of off-putting every once in a while when you come in.
Yeah, but it's lightweight.
It says in there too that the club or the venue turns into a club in the evenings and on weekends, and is popular amongst celebrities. And I guess it lists some, but you're going to tell me that a club is not going to let in people with tattoos and jewelry, designer clothes?
I wouldn't think it would go over very well. But
that's like the entire patronage of,
Well, they mentioned the entertainment industry. I mean, it's like, I'd say that would be kind of a trademark of a lot of them. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. This got me thinking too. What other bands do you think should be instituted? Let's put some bands.
They said bands. I'm like, bands
should be. What should be banned at restaurants?
Banned at restaurants.
I'd say cell phones. I'm going to throw that. See, am I old? Yes. I don't mind you can have it out. I don't want you talking on it, or I don't know.
Well,
it would even be nice not to have it. Period.
It would be.
I was going to go along the same lines there, and I'm going to say kiosks. Kind of in the electronics vein. We don't need kiosks.
No, I'm with you.
Real people can be
real people
working in these positions.
Oddly, as much as we complain about real people, for some reason it's better.
Competent real people.
Well, yeah. Assuming there's that.
Huh, yeah.
What else you got?
I'm trying to think.
How about loud talkers? Somebody that's like, 7, 8 tables over and you can hear their conversations like... And I don't mean that, maybe they laughed while, somebody did something that was funny. I mean, just normal.
Just loud.
Just normal loudness. Like, you don't need to be so loud in the restaurant.
I don't know. Is there even music in restaurants anymore?
Sometimes the music is so stinking loud you can't even hear. Okay, I know. And I got to get my pills after this.
My hearing aids are ringing.
But it's true. It's like if I go to a restaurant, I don't want to be competing with the sound of the music coming out of the speaker to talk to my wife or whoever I'm with.
I think there needs to be a consensus on reservations, call-aheads, and waiting in line. I think there should be some standard set for that. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether all restaurants should take reservations or all restaurants should take, because it's always confusing. You call up, do you guys take reservations? No. You take call-aheads? No. But then you call the next restaurant, oh, we take call-aheads, but we don't take reservations. Oh, we take reservations, but I don't know. It's just annoying.
One thing, too, now that's also jacked up all the restaurants is the, you actually griped about it a little bit ago, Greg, the mobile orders from all these 380 food delivery companies.
Oh, like DoorDash and all these places?
Yeah, that tie up, the restaurant for like, an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get rid of them.
All over the place.
Yeah, let's get rid of them.
You see people walking in with red bags all the time.
Yeah.
To pick up somebody else's food that, you're stuck waiting forever because people are too lazy to leave their house.
Yeah. Get up, get out of your house, and go to the restaurant.
Except when it's snowing and you're a woman, then stay home.
Well, yeah, because it's going to take you 3 hours to get there and back for a 10-minute or 10-mile drive.
Yeah, I mean, they're all over the place now with the stupid mobile orders.
Yeah.
How about somebody, and even in your own party, like you're at a table or something, and then they want to make 27 substitutions on the meal. Because as soon as they start that, it's like, my meal will be screwed up now because this is just going to go horrible. Yeah, I'll take the whatever platter. And it's like, but is there any way that, I know it doesn't list this, but instead of the red potatoes, could I possibly get corn on the cob? Oh, we don't have corn. You don't have corn? You're just like, well, we have this. Well, can I substitute that or this?
Okay, well, how about this other dinner? Does it have? Yeah. No, we have no corn on the cob.
No corn on the cob.
Let me think.
I don't know. I don't know if you had any other thoughts that you should.
No.
How about overly friendly service staff? How about where you're eating at a restaurant and the server come and they sit at your table? I always find that weird. Have you ever?
I don't know if I've had that happen.
You've never had that happen?
No.
I've had that happen. We've been out and we're sitting there and they'll come up and they're like, "Hey, how's everybody doing? Good." And if they'll sit down next to my wife, like, "So, what are we eating today?" I'm like, "What are you?"
Would you just join us? Or?
I had a party of 2. I didn't have a party of 3.
Well, there's a rule here. At least 3 at the restaurant.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to do you a solid.
Yeah. I don't want you to get kicked out. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can't believe you've never encountered that. Yeah, that's
I can't recall it.
I don't like the surly waiter either, though. I mean,
What you having?
Yeah. What do you have next? Out of that. It's like, why don't you tell me what you're out of? He's like, here's our specials. By the way, we're out of this. Don't just let me start playing the guessing game.
We had the one that told us her life. She was, I've worked all day today. We were short of help. I'm so tired. I have a child at home. I need, and gave us, and she was a great worker. I'm not knocking her waitressing capabilities, but you don't need to tell me about it every time you come to the table. I mean, I know, are you driving for a tip or what? But I mean, it's like, I don't need the whole story.
I agree with you. I work with customers every day, and if I'm having a bad day, they don't know it. I don't tell them. Because they don't care.
Other than pushing the machine off the counter or something.
In my mind, maybe. I'd love to do that. Walk in with a hammer and just smash it to pieces.
It's fixed.
My thing with the wait staff is that the ones who don't use a notepad or whatever, and they keep it all in their
they memorize it?
For like an 8-person table.
Yeah.
And they come back and your stuff is wrong. And it's like, okay, you didn't write it down.
Could have just wrote it.
Yeah.
Or they'll come back and they'll say, wait, what?
That doesn't impress me because now I have severe anxiety the entire time. Like, my meal's going to be completely screwed up.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't order this with my... Are you sure? Yeah, I told you. You're asking me if I'm sure. You didn't write it down.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you ordered it.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. All right. Anything else? Or I'm going to
I can't think of anything.
Let's move on to Disney.
If I had more time, I could probably think of something, but...
All right, well, this headline kind of grabbed me. So this is from the New York Post. Drunken naked brawl breaks out at Disney World and wild scene.
Between Mickey and Minnie.
No, it wasn't. Happiest place on earth, everybody. A Jerry Springer-style brawl broke out at Disney World between a pair of drunken naked sisters.
Oh, my gosh.
Culminating in the duo tussling in the bushes after one slipped on the other's vomit.
Oh, jeez.
Very classy. Very, very classy. It says the ill-fated evening started out with the sisters who were tourists from New Jersey.
Joyzy.
Grabbing dinner at Disney Springs at a steakhouse. I bet that was cheap. Excuse me. A steakhouse at Disney.
I'm sure that was.
And then
really
hitting
cheap.
an Irish pub for drinks, according to details. When the sisters, who were 29 and 31, were ready to go back to the hotel off the resort property, their phone died, and a Disney security guard helped them call an Uber. The Uber driver refused to take them, saying they were too drunk. So the security guard called a taxi. While they were waiting, the pair began to argue. The older sister called the younger sister a bad mom and slapped her, according to court papers. In return, the younger sister allegedly threatened to punch her. Police from Orlando County arrived to find the younger sister screaming and crying near Cirque du Soleil, steps from the watermelon and mango parking lots. She was stripped down to only her underwear and sandals. I don't know why. It doesn't say why she's stripped down. So after attempting to calm the
probably
situation,
trying to get down to the dress code for the restaurant.
One female slapped another in the face. At that point, both females began punching and slapping and pulling each other's hair. So the security manager pulled the two drunk women apart. Just once separated. Once separated, both sisters ran at each other, slipped in the younger sister's vomit, then fell into the bushes while still fighting. The younger sister ran a few feet away, took off her dress, exposing her breast. Why? Yeah. Why did she take off her dress? I don't know.
I think there's more than alcohol involved here.
Yeah, I don't know. It says they were both arrested for disorderly conduct and a few other issues. So, yeah, how would you like save up? You take the family. We got a nice vacation planned for Disney, and then this breaks out.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom.
The Magic Kingdom.
Oh, it is magical.
Maybe that's what she did. Whipped off her dress. Check out my Magic Kingdoms.
Well, it says that the sisters who didn't sustain any injuries, so they're bad fighters.
Yeah.
No injuries.
Yeah,
How do
they
you go
fell
through
into
all
bushes.
that?
They fell onto the blacktop. They're rolling around.
Maybe these are stunt women.
And their underwear and sandals. If I fell down in my underwear and sandals, I would have an injury. Let alone somebody slapping me and hitting me.
I like the older sister called the younger sister a bad mom.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty obvious here.
She's not a bad mom for doing the exact same thing, but, it's her sister.
And I feel bad for the taxi driver. Uber's like, no, we're not taking these people. Call the taxi guy. He'll take them.
I think the Uber driver had the right call. They're too drunk. I'm not taking
I think
them.
there should have been 2 Uber drivers.
Yeah. Well, I think the Uber driver could tell where this was going because the woman eventually threw up. He's like, I'm not putting that in my car. Not happening.
But the poor taxi guy's like, I got to take them both.
Yep. Got to take the fare. Well, staying in Disney as well, Disney is developing a new, I won't say attraction. Maybe it's kind of an attraction. A new business venture. In California, they are extending their brand into real estate. They are making a 55-plus community that is Disney-owned and operated. It said here, it's going to develop residential story living communities around the country where fans will be able to live, make friends, and soak in the magic of Disney in their everyday lives. I just thought this is weird.
Yeah.
You want to live in a Disney gated community? So it says here, some neighborhoods designated for Disney 55 years or
I could live there.
Yep. This one I thought was weird. Trained Disney cast members will operate the community associations, and Disney will provide access to curated experiences through a club membership, including wellness programs, live entertainment, and cooking classes. But I just picture you go to your HOA meeting. There's a guy that
Goofy.
a Mickey suit.
Yeah, Goofy.
Okay, everybody, come on in, Mike. Your flagpole is 10 foot 3 inches. It's only 10 foot is allowed. I just put that up. Goofy. Okay, Mickey. Come on, you. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God.
Donald Duck's working the gate and you pass through. You don't show him the thing. Chasing you down the thing.
And when you go anywhere, there's just these cars on 2 metal rails that you just go around on. You can't go off the path at all. Just
the sidewalks are giant queue lines. People are just standing in them.
line.
What line are you in? Costco.
Yeah. Mike gets in. He looks at the sign. It says, "You are 45 minutes from your home." Oh, just standing in line. Come on.
Oh, I'm too short to go in the restaurant.
You must be this old to
Chip and Dale are walking around. Who's from Illinois?
Is it going to have rides and stuff too? Did it say?
I think so. It said live entertainment.
Oh, I thought maybe.
I think the experience of living there is the ride.
Yeah. So
I think it'd be good to have some rides.
Maybe it will.
Here's Viagra Tower.
I don't want to take that ride. I will bypass
sponsored,
that one.
Which Disney character is going to be passing that out?
I don't know, but I'm not in the queue line for it. I'll tell you that. Not getting the fast pass for the Viagra Tower. Oh my goodness! Well, they have all the Disney tropes too.
Doug's line will be the preparation H.
Yes. The cranky old man preparation H line.
Trying to visualize what that ride would look.
I am not trying to visualize that.
We don't need to conceptualize it.
No. It's just the boat going in a dark tunnel.
And it gets stuck on the sides.
Yeah. It's real tight. Oh, man. Yeah, that's terrible.
The log ride.
The log ride would be better than the boat. That would really go with the whole theme. Oh.
Well, as an adult, as a senior, it may not be a log ride. It might be a diarrhea slide.
Depends though. If you don't need enough prunes as a senior.
True.
Then
it could be a long ride.
You got the logs going.
And that one gets stuck too.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Don't have enough water. Tough going. Tough going. But I just thinking, well, they have all the Disney tropes where, everybody just all of a sudden breaks out into a song. Everybody's got their own song. It's like, I'm going to mow the yard tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, will there be there's always evil stepmom or an evil queen knock at the door. Would you like an apple? And I'm passing on the apple. I've seen this. Passing on the apple.
Well, there might be a kiss involved at the
Well, I
end
was
of
going to
it.
say, Mike takes a nap. He wakes up and Prince Charming's over him. Get off me! I'm just taking a nap. You never know.
These apples always make me sleepy.
Oh, the animals are singing in your backyard, constantly coming in, doing things. Get out of here!
There's always some bird that can talk to you. And
Another thing, they always say don't judge a book by its cover. But you notice in every Disney movie, you can tell who the bad guys are, you can tell who everybody is just by how they look. They all have a certain look. The innocent, kind of dumb Prince Charming, he's going to,
He's going to rule the day.
Yeah.
He's going to be
the good character will always be kind of plain and pretty in their own way. Then you got the evil stepmom and or sisters.
Yeah.
And then, if you have kids and you move there, that's bad because usually one or both parents die at some point in a Disney story.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you're banished at some point and have to work your way back into the community for whatever reason.
That's where they send you to the real Disney World.
Yes. Oh. I don't want to go. Or maybe you come home and there's two naked drunken sisters brawling out in the front yard. Oh, this is nice. We paid the extra for the Disney Plus experience. This is good.
Yeah.
Oh my gracious. So anyway, I don't know. I have zero interest in that, but I'm sure they're going to sell the daylights out of it. So
People
no
love
interest.
their Disney.
Yeah. No interest here.
yeah, they do. All right. Anything else, or
Nope.
can we move on? All right. Well, out in California, they had a legislator propose. He's coming up with a new Bill of Rights.
It's very official looking.
It is very official. Well, it's they're going to vote on it.
Yeah. It was introduced on February
Did they
8th.
miss the memo, or is this a different Bill of Rights?
Well,
Other than
this
the
is
ones
a
that we've
different
had.
Bill of Rights. This is a Bill of Rights for dogs and cats.
Oh, well, good.
The dogs. Now, first thing I thought was, why just dogs and cats? What about birds? What about fish?
Lizards.
Any pets? But no, we're going to draw the line. Did he go in there? I want to have a Bill of Rights for pets, for dogs and cats. What about lizards, Bill? Now, don't be stupid. I get to see being really. Come on.
The lizards are going to have to fight for equal rights.
Yeah.
And then pass another
It's coming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
Equal Rights Act.
But I'll just go over. There's 7 of them. I just thought these were pretty interesting. So the first, they said the dog, and this is right from the actual bill itself. It says, A, dogs and cats have the right to be free from exploitation, cruelty, neglect, and abuse. Exploitation? So does that mean that, you can't, throw the Frisbee and make your dog go get it? You're exploiting your dog. How dare you, Mike? How dare you make him go chase that ball? Why don't you put the ball in your mouth and squeak it?
And this is in California. Don't dogs get used for like exploitation all the time, like on shows and things like that?
Not anymore. Yeah. So second, or B, dogs and cats have the right to life of comfort, free of fear and anxiety. I don't have that in my life.
That'd be nice.
They have life of comfort. What happened to dogs? They used to be like working dogs.
dogs.
They're outside. There's a guard dog. There's a herding dog. There's a ranch dog. Not anymore.
Meanwhile, you got the encampments of homeless people outside.
Well, their rights don't matter as much as
Free of fear and anxiety. Dogs have anxiety about everything. About you going to work. I can't go to work. Mike, you got to quit your job because your dog is anxious about you leaving. Or if I throw the ball and I just act like it and I put it behind my back, he freaks out. He's got fear. Oh, where'd the ball? It just disappeared. It's okay. It's right here. You're magic. All right. The next one. Dogs and cats have the right to daily mental stimulation and appropriate exercise.
I'm sure the cats love both of those.
Yes. So what do you have to give them, like puzzles to do? How do they mentally stimulate themselves?
pop quiz.
How are you going to mentally stimulate the dog or the cat? says dogs and cats have the right to nutritious food, sanitary water, and shelter in an appropriate and safe environment. So no inappropriate environment. You can't
No
put
McDonald's for them.
No, and you can't put the doghouse on the roof, Mike. Inappropriate. You must keep it inappropriate and safe. Dogs and cats have the right to preventative and therapeutic health care. What? Therapeutic? I take my dog to the spa, get a massage. It's got spa day, mud treatment. Tomorrow I'm going to take him to his
therapist
his
appointment.
therapist.
Yeah.
He's going to sit down. He's got a couple appointments he's got to get through.
What does this image look like to you?
Squirrel. Yeah, squirrel. That's right. Dogs and cats have the right to be properly identified through tags, microchips, or other humane means. That's a right to be identified.
I'd like to waive that right.
Yes. And finally, dogs and cats have the right to be spayed and neutered to prevent unwanted litters. I don't think any dog's like, you know what? I want the right to be neutered.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to negate the, probably 1 and 2.
Yeah.
free of cruelty, neglect, or abuse, and fear. I don't think the dogs are signing up to be neutered. And if we can get rid of the if getting free from cruelty, neglect, or abuse, if that keeps people from dressing their dogs up in human clothes, I'm all for this then. Because there's nothing worse to me than seeing somebody put their, and I say that, and other than I will give people, like if they bought a coat because their dog gets cold to put on to go outside, but I just mean an outfit. And my wife is saying, I think it would look just like, no, you cannot
Like
put an outfit.
Like a little princess dress or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, none of that. Now, Greg, I know you're a big fan of that, dressing your dog up in
No.
princess dresses and different things.
Nope. Not a fan of the doggy dress up.
So there you go.
It's just,
Oh,
I don't know,
go
man.
ahead.
I think about, I'm trying to think about my dog, in this scenario. All my dog cares about is, what toy he's going to go play with next and who he's going to go bother to play with it. That is.
And when am I going to eat?
Yeah, that's my dog's life. I don't think he's concerned about getting his, spa treatments.
Have you
know-
asked him, though, in all fairness?
And did you consult him about being neutered before,
So no, we did not.
Because he might
I
have
don't
wanted
think
he might have wanted a family.
I was gonna say, I don't think he wanted that option per se.
Well, whether he wanted a family or not, I mean, I don't. Even if I didn't want a family, I don't want you just cutting them off.
Yeah,
I mean, I think I'd like to keep them.
he probably would have reversed that decision if it was his call.
Vetoed
But,
that.
Yeah.
It's like, I appreciate you guys rescuing me and give me a nice place to stay, but
Well, here's the deal.
I got to draw the line somewhere.
yeah, if that's what's going to happen, you can put me back on the street. I am fine with that. We're cool with that. Oh, okay. Is that anything else that you want to add?
No.
All right. Well, speaking of neutered,
Well, you can tell too. One thing. One other thing. I'm going to make one other point.
Fine.
You can tell the cats. The cats are going to run away with this thing too.
oh,
The self-entitled cats are going to be like, "Excuse me, did you ask before you did that?" The cats are going to be all over this.
the dogs don't care.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever.
So you
I'm
think the
cool.
cats will be calling the authorities and
absolutely.
pointing out transgressions to
Well,
this?
the cats don't call the authorities because the cats take actions in their own hands.
Yeah, it'll be, ding dong. Hello. Yes, I'm Mr. Smith. I'm a lawyer for your cat.
Yeah.
Here's a summons.
Yeah.
Suing you. What? Apparently, one time in the last month, you got the generic cat food because they were out of the name brand. He's not putting up with that crap anymore. That is cruel and unusual punishment, neglect, and abuse. And now he needs to go see his therapist.
You didn't buy him a 576th little mouse toy?
That's right.
He needs that badly.
That's right.
You've only got 8 laser pointers? Oh, this is just terrible.
I love Section 1, Article A. Dogs and cats have the right to be respected as sentient beings that experience complex feelings that are common among living animals while being unique to each individual animal.
Complex. See, here's the thing. And I love dogs. I love animals. I don't want to mistreat animals, but they're an animal. animals don't have complex feelings. Animals are very you know what they have? Can I eat that?
They're instinctual.
Can I mate
animals.
with that?
Yeah.
Should I be scared of that? Will it eat me?
Yeah.
No. If it won't eat me, okay, can I mate with it? No? Okay. I'm out. I don't have a feeling one way or another other than that. It's like, ooh, a treat. I'm happy. That's about it. Yeah. So anyway. All right. Anything else or move on to the last?
No, we can move on.
Final. All right. Well, a Finland skier in the Olympics suffered I would call traumatic experience,
Yes.
injury. I believe this was a cross-country skier, if I read that correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finland skier suffers frozen penis in Olympic mass start race. Says the men's 50K mass start race at the Beijing Games was shortened to 30 kilometers, but that did little to help Finland's Remi Lindholm, who needed a heat pack at the end of the race to thaw out a particularly sensitive body part. Said he spent under an hour and 16 minutes traversing in the course and howling freezing winds, leading to his penis becoming frozen for the second time in a cross-country skiing race. Okay. That was what stuck out to me.
Yeah, same here.
Stuck out to me. Okay. That is what got my attention. This
Haven't
is the
you had
second
enough?
time. Yeah, and at first I thought that happened like at this event. Like did it twice? It was a different event.
Yeah.
He went to a completely different event, got frozen male anatomy, thought it out, got everything okay, and thought, I'm going to do that event again.
It's time to hang up the skis, my man.
Yes.
That is a one and done.
I'm going to tell you right
type
now,
scenario.
if I did any event, I can't think of an event that if I did it and I got a frozen male member, that I would go and risk that again. Like I went to the movies. What happened? Oh, my male member froze completely out, just frostbite. Oh my gosh. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm never going to another movie again. I'm not even going to risk it. Not even risking it.
I'm wondering why he was the only one.
Maybe he was out in front.
I think he was like in the second, but
Maybe he'd taken Viagra. And
trying to get that advantage to cross the line sooner.
you heard he win by a nose. Well,
It's a photo finish.
every advantage. And it seems they wear those Thinsulate, really thin. But wouldn't you put some extra pad or insulated underwear or something?
Well, especially if it happened before. I mean, you got to do
Maybe
something.
knitted a little sweater or something.
You got to do something.
Crochet a little ski hat for it or something. Stocking cap. I mean, I'm going to let's shove some newspaper down my pants. Anything. I got to try something. I can't do this.
Oh.
Wow.
And I didn't read. Did he even medal?
I don't
think
I didn't see that.
I don't think he did. I think it was more a matter of like, hey, let's just finish this race.
Why
Like,
would
let's
even
just.
fit it? What's the point? It's like I didn't medal either.
28th place.
Oh my god! For 28th? On how many?
Oh, I have no
29.
idea.
28.
I think it's a large group.
My goodness. Yeah, that is terrible. It's absolutely horrible.
So he's doing some post-race breakdown, right? So some reporter comes up and asks him, "So how'd you feel about that race? How you feeling now?" "Well, I'm a little stiff.
Yeah.
Need to work out some of those kinks, but
I can't feel anything, actually. You wouldn't want to bump into anything. You'd break it right off.
shatter."
Oh, that is terrible.
Yes, it's awful.
Yeah, go through all that to come in 28th.
Well, yeah, and they shortened the race from 50 kilometers to 30.
Talk about adding
Just think
insult
if
to
you'd been out
injury.
there. Just think if you'd been out there for 50.
Yeah. Maybe others had it and they just didn't say. Maybe they just like, I'm going to keep this to myself.
Yeah.
I know. Is that a common thing? Because if it is, why are we
Not a sport to
Why
get
are we
into.
participating in
Well,
the sport?
yeah, I would never. I don't even know if I'm going to go outside in the wintertime now. Me. Like, and it done. Aren't you going to scoop the drive? Nope. Can't
Nope.
chance it. Cannot take a
Nope.
chance on that. Nope.
Man.
Just call Goofy. He's good at that. He'll go to the driveway.
He's got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, all right. Well, I got nothing else. That'll finish up the night for me. Got
Yep.
any-
I'm good.
Finish up the night.
Finish.
Finish.
See, well, that's a good one. I didn't even catch that. Good one. All right. Well, hey, thank you guys for tuning in, listening. We keep getting more and more listeners. That's amazing. We appreciate that.
Yep.
If you like the show, please give us a 5-star review. Hit the share button. Put it out there. Get it shared more and more. It amazes me too that we're listening to all people in all different kinds of countries. All different kinds of countries. All different countries. Or different kinds. However you want to go.
Maybe not Finland anymore. But
It amazes me. I would not do that. That guy has got a lot more resolve than I do.
Yep. I would take up a different sport.
Yeah, me too.
Because cross country skiing, you watch it anyway. It doesn't look like a lot of fun. I mean,
No.
I mean downhill. I get it. Speed,
How about something
adrenaline.
sitting in a hot tub for a while? Or you got something like that? I don't know, but anyway, we do appreciate you guys listening. And again, if you like what you hear, give us a 5-star rating. Hit the share button and relax. Hope you have a great week. Don't take things too serious. Life is too short. And we will talk at you in 7 days. See ya.
Later.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe. And you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.